Hi, my name is Chaplain Scott Ingram, and I'm the new 10th Mountain Division Sustainment Brigade Chaplain. My wife Lee and I are excited to be at Fort Drum and to be part of the Mule Skinner team and family. Each week, the chaplains in our brigade will be bringing a word of encouragement to you, especially as it relates to recent events concerning our navigating the changes brought with the coronavirus. With the advent of COVID-19 last week, our lives as soldiers and family members have encountered drastic changes, along with some stress concerning rules for interpersonal contact, schedules, and how we take care of our individual and family needs like food, hygiene items, and supply chains. While medical scientists, political and military leaders, and health care workers work diligently to develop a cure and forecast a path forward to deal with this pandemic, I want to bring you a word of encouragement from the scriptures. The Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians 13, after writing what has been said to have been the most articulate definition of love, I want to draw your attention to verse 13. So now faith, hope, and love abide, but the greatest of these is love. When we think of biblical faith, many think it is some type of magical thinking or not rooted in reality, but I assure you it is not. In fact, the faith Apostle Paul was speaking about was rooted in the real world. It's based on reasonable probabilities. More importantly, our faith takes into consideration its object. After all, our faith is as certain as what we place it in or direct it toward. As people of faith, ours is not placed in the economy, the government, our health, our abilities, or even our position or rank, as good and as promising as these may be. Rather than placing our faith in that which will pass away and is fragile in times of crisis, our faith is in that which will never crumble, God Himself. God's Word tells us He is faithful, and He is not like a man that He would contradict His Word. Our hope, like our faith, has God as its object. Our hope is as bright as the promises and words of God. This is why reading, meditating on, and living out God's Word, the Bible, is so important to our livelihood. It's not that we are shielded from harm in this world, but that through hope that is grounded in our faith, we will undoubtedly come out of this pandemic. In a day when we digest so much social media and panic through dire circumstances in the news cycle, we need a positive and encouraging outlook that God is and will use this tremendous pause in our schedules, planning, and in otherwise busy lives to bring calm and peace in the midst of what doomsday sayers are saying is a storm. The hope God provides says that we are loved by Him and He is inspiring the brightest minds in our world to produce a short-term and long-term medical remedy to the coronavirus. Our hope is in Him, not our circumstances or situation around us. And finally, we have love. The Apostle John said in 1 John chapter 4 and verses 18 and 19, perfect love casts out fear, and we love because He first loved us. Aside from how COVID-19 is impacting my extended family's finances, our health, our routine, how much time we are forced to spend away from or with our families, we've been given an incredible gift through this crisis to pause and take time to reflect on how we can show love and kindness to our neighbor. Have you been needing more personal time to pray, spend time with your children, your spouse, reconnect with friends or family members over the internet, maybe you've lost contact with? Here's your opportunity for God to use you to reach out to those who are most vulnerable around you even. Our lives have slowed down and it is now time to show love and kindness to others. Paul concludes verse 13 that among these three virtues, the greatest among them is love. Use this disruption and slowdown brought on by COVID-19 to place or reconnect your faith in God, reinforce your hope in God. But the greatest opportunity is that we can show God's love to others, especially to those who have no concept of that love and desperately need to see these virtues in action during what is considered a new normal. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three. But the greatest of these is love. May God bless you.